Hello, this is Reasonably Chaotic from Reasonably Dumb Productions, and I want to try like a little special challenge run. It's no achievement run or anything. We're going to start as Aachen, or Aachen, I don't know how to pronounce it. I probably never will, but we are going to try and restore Charlemagne's empire. Aachen was the capital of the first Frankish Empire under Charlemagne before it was split up into three. And it exists in 1444 as an independent free city, and it's a republic. So we're going to try and take this 14-dev republic and turn it into the most massive nation in Europe. So what's the general plan for this? Well, we're going to start by forming Westphalia. Generally think that the Westphalian ideas are pretty good, and it gives us sort of like an in-between step. So let's look and see what we need to form Westphalia. We need Westfalen, which is owned by Cologne, Niederhessen, which is owned by Hesse, and either Köln, Trier, Mainz, or Münster. And then we need 12 provinces in the North Germany region that are Rhinish or Westphalian. So I mean, if we just collect all of these provinces and provinces in the middle, we'll be able to form Westphalia, and we have to have admin tech 10, of course. So that's sort of our first goal. By admin tech 10, be able to form Westphalia. Shouldn't be hard as long as, you know, RNG doesn't mess us up. Then after that, because you can't form Charlemagne's empire, you can only form the Holy Roman Empire, we're going to form a German nation. Now, the reason to form Germany and not the Holy Roman Empire, even though the Holy Roman Empire would be a bit more accurate, because that's what the East, Francia, or the East part of Charlemagne's empire became, it's because I've never formed Germany before, and that's what I want to do, so that's what we're doing. And after we form Germany by admin tech 20, hopefully, we need to take France, we need to take North Italy. Without further ado, let's get into it, starting with the estates, because now republics have estates in 1.4. We're going to complete those alliances, because we're going to be doing that anyway. And we're going to give clergy some rights, nobility some rights, and we're not going to give the burghers any, to try and keep our crown land up. We'll give them that after our first conquest when we have more land. And we need to keep them uninfluential, so I am not going to give the nobility anything else. I'm going to give the clergy religious diplomats. And the burghers, we are going to give them patronage of the arts and indebted to the burghers for money. Within our rivals, let's see, Cleves rivaled us, Münster rivaled us, and Trier rivaled us. Now let's look at their rivals. Yeah, we're gonna rival the people that rivaled us. Cleves, Münster, and Trier. And then we are going to go to our estates. There's no admin estate guy I want, because we're not even making a whole ducat. And we'll take this improved relation guy even though we don't want to, but before we do, we're going to give Burghers Commercial Advisory Board. Now he's cheaper. And there's nobody here we want to take. So then we're going to hire a free city company. I don't know if there's any difference between the two companies. That'll take us 2 over our force limit, so we're going to eat a horse. Get out of here. Alright, and we'll go ahead and seize land. Now if we need to, we can sell titles, but we're going to hold off. We're going to try and get better crown land before we finish our estates, because we're so small and we'll be expanding so fast, hopefully. We want to be able to have low influence to skyrocket crown land. We're going to improve relations with the Palatinate, because our first target, not our first target, but our second target will most likely be Trier. Now Berg will be another target of ours. I'm not gonna ally Liege, but Maybe we can get Cologne to help. We'll have to kill Cologne at one point. But there's always time to kill Cologne later. And then we need hopefully another ally. Maybe a rival of Cleves. No. Need a rival of Munster. That would be good. Brunswick. Brunswick's not far off. Brunswick would be a good ally, especially because we don't need any of their provinces. I'm almost 100% sure. Yep, they're Lower Saxon. Alright, so we're good. Now we're going to unpause after I make sure there's nothing we need to do. Yep. And we're going to wait. We want to do a lot of coring, so we're going to focus admin. Alright, so it appears the Palatinate will ally us. So we're going to recall that diplomat. Here's Brunswick will ally us. We're going to recall that diplomat is ally. Ally. Oh, dang it. Well, it is as it is. We'll be killing them anyway, so we can still call on Brunswick for land, and we can do a little trick with calling them in for land. But next, we're going to want to do covert actions on Berg. We're going to be fabricating claim on Jülich. Then, oh, that's bad. They're allied to Bohemia, but they're only allied to Frankfurt, which is fine. We're going to wait for the Bohemia-Austria PU war. Hopefully it happens. And then we're going to attack Trier. But regardless, we want to be prepared, so we're going to build a spy network anyway. And we can build the force limit, but we're not going to do that. And, oh, we reached 30 on Berg, so we're going to fabricate a claim. Alright, we'll call both diplomats. We're going to start back our spy network on both countries. We're going to return our diplomat. We're going to pop this mission here because we don't want to lose this war at all whatsoever. Alright, so we should be able to call in Brunswick with the offer of land. We can call in the Palatinate too. They won't be getting anything, but we just want 100% want to win this war. So we're going to take Jülich. Oh, my army's not maintained. I forgot I turned that off. We're going to turn our army off. We're only going to be fighting 2 tags, but they'll probably get Condottieri. Oh, this is an alliance offer from Mainz. When's Mainz again? Right here. Make sure they're... Yeah, we'll accept an alliance offer from Mainz. Cool. Alright, we're going to take Jülich with the help of 1 Brunswick and 1 Palatinate. Yep, it's time to go. Now, the thing about calling in allies with the promise of land is they will occupy everything that they have vital interest of, strategic interest of, and that you don't have set as provinces of interest. That's the important thing to note. But they will never occupy for themselves the war goal. So I can declare for Jülich and then run immediately for Berg and try and occupy Berg to vassalize them. That's what we are going to do here. We don't have to occupy the war goal. That's like secondary compared to beating our allies to the occupation of other provinces. We will be giving Brunswick Ravensburg. Now we're going to run this 4K stack there. We're going to run this other 4K stack to Cologne, the capital of Cologne. Alright, we got everybody attached to my army. Now we should be numbering 16K. And we're going to let them siege this down a bit. There's no need to go in now. We're just going to... Oh. Nope. Oh, no. So that was a bad battle because I didn't click off of it fast enough. But it was still stacked up. Oh, there is Berg. That's pretty good. Alright, so we got Frankfurt. It's occupied by the Palatinate, so we're going to take max money, war reparations, transfer trade power, and the rivalry of Hesse. There we go. Easy as you like. Easy first war. And we can peace out Berg. So we're going to take this. We're going to take this. We're going to make them an Aachener vassal. That's a lot of AE. That's a lot of AE, but thing is, I don't care. No, we'll be managing it better later on, and there will be times where we just kind of play it slow. A lot of boring gameplay that I'm going to have to edit out. And we are going to take max money, which will be split up amongst our allies. And as you can see, Brunswick doesn't care. Palatinate doesn't care. It went fine. It's in the man. As you can see, we're now in a defensive war against Cologne that I can call all of my allies into. Another thing, this is good, by the way. This is really, really good. That's something you have to look out for when you're vassalizing somebody, is defensive war with, right? So, in a case of this is, you're Venice, you know CV Byzantium, you vassalize Byzantium, but they were at war with the Ottomans, and the Ottomans is now at war with you. Which, 99% of the times, you can abuse this to just call in your allies for free. Oh, this guy is crazy good. So, we're gonna use this guy to win the battle, and we're gonna put this guy on siege. Alright, let's enter this battle. Let's make it a stack wipe. Easy as you like. So we're gonna hop off of this because we don't want to take attrition like crazy. If we take anything, we'll be taking Cologne. Republican tradition is 100, so we will keep this dude. And we will slowly be gaining a lot of monarch points. We're gonna transfer this to us. Look at that nice purple. Nope, no diplomats to send. Big bummer. We're gonna recall this one building a spy network in Cologne. We should have recalled him anyways. This is barely any AE. We're not going to make them a vassal. As you can see, it's a pretty decent chunk of AE. We're gonna double check that they're not at war with anybody else. They are not. So we're going to annul their alliance with Münster and Nassau, so that way when we come back to fight them, or if we want to fight those guys, it's easier. We're gonna take war reparations. And that's all we can probably take, yeah, the demand. We have now tripled in size since the start of the game. In 5 years. Woohoo, so good, right? So we need to core this up, and we actually now have a higher than level 1 fort. Typically I would delete this, but it's our only good fort, so I'm not going to delete it. Our crown land has already grown 4%. We're going to look at expanding with our vassals claims, which is Münster. So that is where we will be going next, is against Münster. Going to give out the rest of the privileges. Easy as you like. Probably gonna just vassalize Münster and give stuff to Brunswick for that favors thing that I talked about earlier. Alright, we cored up Jülich. Let's lower the autonomy here. Separatists will rise up. We'll just beat them. Alright, let's declare on Munster. Non-stop expansion. Let's go. Call on these two guys. Alright, let's go. Now we're going to stick our 4 siege dude on Münster. Going to allow attach. And now we're gonna stick it. Alright, there's the siege of Münster. Oh, and I think we got him here. Yep, we for sure got him here. Oh, it's a slaughter. It's an absolute massacre. Oh. Get out of the way, pop up, let me watch the battle. Oh, I can call new ally to arms. We're gonna keep the favors. Yep, and we just have to chase him down. Right there, easy stack wipe. The unconditional surrender. Okay. Now, what we are going to do with this province Munster's back. So now, as you can see, we can go to favors, return core province. We can do Ravensburg or Meppen. I'm gonna do Ravensburg. It'll cost us 15 favors. This one will cost us 21, and it'll cost us 27. We're actually gonna take Ravensburg. They might give us this to unlawful territory. We have 2 vassals, a Burg and a Münster, and we are going to be returning Münster's cores for favors, which is why we are currying favors, to get all of that land back to Münster with no AE, no coring cost, no anything. So basically we're scamming Brunswick, and then we're just going to integrate Berg and Münster, and we're going to, because we have 2 vassals, we're going to take strong duchies. When the time comes to integrate them, we're going to take nobility integration policy. Until then, we are going to improve with outraged countries with 1. All right, and there we go. Pretty easy first 6 years.